My name is Dr. G.V. Rao, Professor in the Department of Civil Engineering, Vijnan Institute of Information Technology, Duvada, Visakhapatnam. Today we are going to discuss about Pascal's law and pressure variation along the depth if the fluid is at static stage. According to Pascal's law, the pressure or intensity of pressure at a point in a static fluid is equal in all directions. Okay, let us consider one arbitrary fluid element of rectangular shape ABC as shown in figure. Let us assume that width of the fluid element ABC perpendicular to the plane of paper is unit. Let assume that width of the fluid element, this is the width of the fluid element perpendicular to the plane of the paper is taken as unit, that means is equal to 1. Now here let us consider the following terms as mentioned here. Px is the pressure acting in x direction on the face AB. Py is the pressure acting in y direction on the face AC, and Pz is the pressure acting in the z direction on the face BC. Right? Pressure acting in x direction Px, pressure acting in y direction Py, pressure acting in z direction. Theta is the angle ABC. Theta is the angle ABC, and dx, dy, ds, that means dx is the length of the fluid element in the x direction, dy is the length of the fluid element in y direction, ds is the length of the fluid element in z direction. Right? Rho is the density of the fluid. Now let us analyze here the forces acting on the fluid element A, B, C. What are the forces acting on this fluid element? Right now, force acting on face AB. Force acting on face AB. Force acting on face AB equal to force equal to stress into area. On face AB, the stress is Px. Area is the depth of the element, that AB is equal to dy into 1, that is the unit perpendicular to the plane of the paper. We have taken the width of the element perpendicular to the plane of the paper is unit, therefore that is taken as 1. Therefore force on face AB equal to pressure into area. Pressure into area, this is equal to, what is the pressure in on the face AB? That is equal to Px into area. Dy is the depth of the fluid element into width is 1, that is assumed as unit. Now force on face AC, force on face AC is equal to pressure on face AC, that is equal to Py into area. Area is nothing but the length of the fluid element is dx and the width is 1. Right? Now the force on BC, force on BC equal to the pressure on BC is Pz into length of the fluid element is ds into 1. Right? This is the force acting on face AB, force acting on face AC, and force acting on face BC. Right? Weight of the fluid element. Right? Weight equal to weight density into volume. Weight equal to weight density into volume, that is equal to weight density is also nothing but rho into g. Density of the fluid into acceleration due to gravity into volume. Volume. This is equal to rho into g into volume, area. What is the area of this element? Area equal to half AB into AC. This is the area into volume, unit. We have taken width of the fluid element is taken as unit, therefore into 1. Right, this is equal to rho g into 1 by 2. AB is nothing but dy. AB, the length of the AB is dy, and AC, the length of the AC is nothing but dx into 1. This is the weight of the fluid element. Okay, this is the weight of the fluid element. Clear? Here we have derived the forces acting on the face AB, forces acting on the face AC, and also force acting on face BC. Apart from that, already we have derived weight of the fluid element. Now we are going to resolving the forces in x direction, resolving the forces in y direction, resolving the forces in x direction, resolving the forces in y direction, and also in z direction. Now resolving the forces in x direction, force AB, that is the force in the x direction, plus already we have determined force AB, force acting on the face AB, already we have determined this is one force. Then this force is not acting in the x direction, only in the y direction, but force BC is acting like this. This is resolving into two components. One is in the x direction, another one is in the y direction. Now this is the angle, this is equal to 90 minus theta. From this triangle, sine 90 minus theta equal to opposite side, that is say x divided by hypotenuse, that is nothing but force on BC. Right? Sine 90 minus theta is equal to x divided by force on BC. Therefore, x is equal to force on BC into sine 90 minus theta. This is the force acting in the x direction. Therefore, but this is the force acting in the x direction. This is positive. This force is acting opposite to the x direction. Therefore, this is not plus FAB minus FBC sine 90 minus theta. This is the force acting in the x direction. Right? This is equal to 0. Now, force AB already we have determined, that is equal to Px into dy, that is the force acting in the x direction, minus force acting on the face BC, that is also we have determined, that is equal to Pz into ds. Right? Force BC is nothing but Pz into ds into sine 90 minus theta is equal to 0. Right? Therefore, Px into dy minus Pz into ds sine 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta is equal to 0. Now, ds cos theta, right here we have Px into dy minus Pz ds cos theta is equal to 0. Now, this is triangle. The angle at B is equal to theta. Right? From this one, we want to determine the ds cos theta. ds cos theta. Now cos theta equal to, from this triangle, cos theta equal to adjacent side, say this is dy, adjacent side dy divided by hypotenuse, that is equal to ds. Therefore dy is equal to ds cos theta. From this triangle dy is equal to ds cos theta. Therefore px into dy minus pz. In place of ds cos theta we are going to take dy is equal to 0. Then px into dy is equal to pz into dy. Now dy gets cancelled. Therefore px is equal to pz. This is one relation, right? Px is equal to pz. This is one relation. Now we are going to resolving the forces in y direction. Resolving the forces in y direction, that is equal to one force on face AC, and another force because of this force, that is resolving into two components, one horizontal component, one is vertical component. This is upward direction, this is downward direction. That is equal to, here cos 90 minus theta equal to, cos 90 minus theta equal to adjacent side, say this is y divided by hypotenuse, that is equal to force on BC. Therefore y is equal to force on BC into cos 90 minus theta, right? This is the force acting on face AB in the y direction minus force FBC into cos 90 minus theta equal to 0. Now force on AC, that is already we have determined, that is equal to py into dx minus force on BC, that is also we have determined, that is equal to pz into ds cos 90 minus theta equal to sin theta is equal to 0, right? From this triangle we are going to determine what is ds sin theta. From this triangle, sin theta equal to, this is theta, sin theta equal to opposite side, that is dx divided by hypotenuse, this is ds. Therefore dx is equal to, from this one, dx is equal to ds sin theta, right? Now py into dx minus pz into ds sin theta, we are going to take ds is equal to dx, not ds, dx. Now py into dx is equal to pz into dx gets cancelled. Therefore py is equal to pz. This is the relation between the py is equal to pz. In the earlier resolving the forces in the x direction, we have px is equal to pz. This is already we have derived, this is derived here. Therefore from these two equations, so px is equal to py is equal to pz. That means the pressure on face, the pressure in the x direction is equal to the pressure in the y direction is equal to the pressure in the z direction, or the pressure on face AB is equal to the pressure on face AC is equal to the pressure on face BC. we have derived here Px is equal to Pz, that is equation number 1, Py is equal to Pz, that is equation number 2. From this equation, Px is equal to Py is equal to Pz. That means the intensity of pressure at a point in a static fluid is equal in all directions. That means Px is equal to Py is equal to Pz. Right, from the above equation, the pressure at a point x, y, z directions will be same. Pascal's law provides the base for any hydraulic system. The hydraulic system is based on the principle of Pascal's law. Both are same. Right here, this is one hydraulic system. This is the plunger. The weight, the force applied at the plunger is very, very small. This is the ram here. Here the weight lifted at the ram is high. That means the pressure, based on the Pascal's law, the pressure is equal in all directions. Now, because of this area, here the pressure is equal to intensity of pressure is equal to force by area. Same pressure intensity is applied here also. That is the purpose of the Pascal's law. Right? Pressure variation in a fluid at rest. Right. The pressure variation in a fluid at a point is obtained by hydrostatic law. Hydrostatic law states that the rate of increase of pressure in the vertical direction is equal to specific weight of the fluid at that point. Right? That is the definition of the hydrostatic law. Now here, consider a small fluid element. This is the small fluid element of delta A is the cross-sectional area. Delta A is the cross-sectional area. Delta Z is the depth of the fluid element. Delta Z is the fluid element. And P is the pressure on face AB. The pressure on face AB is P. And Y is the, Z is the distance of fluid element from the free surface. This is the element. This is the free surface. This distance is nothing but Z. Z is the distance between the top of the fluid element to the free surface of the liquid. Right? Now we are going to derive the hydrostatic law. Now, this is the fluid element. Already I have explained. This is top of the fluid element, face AB. This is the bottom of the fluid element, face DC. The depth of the fluid element is dz. The area, the pressure acting on face AB is small p. Right? The distance top of the element to the free surface is z. Now, forces on, pressure force on AB. Force acting on face AB equal to intensity of pressure into area. The pressure intensity on face AB is equal to small p into area is delta A. Then force acting on face DC, force acting on face DC is equal to pressure intensity on face AB plus differentiation of pressure with respect to Z into distance from face AB to face DC, that is equal to delta Z. This is the pressure intensity into area, that is equal to delta A. Right? This is the force acting on face AB, that is equal to P into delta A. Force acting on face DC is equal to P plus dP by dz into delta Z into dA. Right? These are the forces acting on the fluid element. Now we are going to determine the weight of the fluid element. Last point, weight of the fluid element is equal to, already I have explained, weight equal to weight density into volume. What is the weight density? Weight density is denoted by small w into volume. Weight density is also nothing but rho g, mass density into acceleration due to gravity into volume. Right? This is equal to rho g, volume is nothing but area into depth. Right? This is equal to rho g into what is the area? Delta A is the area into depth is delta Z. Right? This is the weight of the fluid element. The weight of the fluid element is equal to rho g into delta A into delta Z. Here we have determined three forces. One is the force acting on face AB, and another force is force acting on face DC. Another one is the weight of the fluid element. Now one force is downward direction, one force is upward direction, and weight of the fluid element is also downward direction. Now here resolving the forces, one is the force on AB, that is equal to P into delta A. This is a force on AB. Force on DC, that is equal to pressure intensity P into dou P by dou Z into delta Z into dA. This is already I have derived in the earlier slide. Plus weight of the fluid element. Here the force on AB is downward direction and weight of the fluid element is also downward direction. These two are positive, and force on DC is upward direction. This is negative. Therefore force on AB is equal to P into delta A minus force on DC is equal to P plus dou P by dou Z into delta Z into delta A, plus the weight of the fluid element is rho g into delta A into delta Z is equal to 0. P into delta A minus P into delta A minus dou P by dou Z into delta Z delta A plus rho g delta A delta Z is equal to 0. Now this is a plus value, this is minus value, cancel. Therefore minus dou P by dou Z delta A plus rho g into delta A delta Z rho g delta A delta Z is equal to 0. Therefore minus dou P by dou Z into delta Z delta A is equal to rho g into delta A delta Z. Delta Z gets cancelled. Delta A gets cancelled. Therefore dou P by dou Z is equal to rho g. And also rho g is also nothing but unit weight W, right? Dou P by dou Z is equal to rho g, that is also nothing but W. W is nothing but unit weight of water. Rho is the density of the fluid. G is the acceleration due to gravity. Dou P by dou Z is also nothing but the change of pressure with respect to depth or pressure gradient. dP by dz is nothing but pressure gradient, right? Dou P by dou Z is equal to W, that is already derived in the earlier slide. This equation states that the increase of pressure in vertical direction is equal to weight density of the fluid at that point. This is hydrostatic law. Dou P by dou Z is equal to W. This equation states that the rate of increase of pressure in vertically downward direction is equal to weight density of the fluid, right? Weight density of the fluid at a point. This is known as hydrostatic law, right? Now determination of pressure head. So already we know that is equal to dou P by dou Z is equal to W. This is equal to rho g, right? Now this equation integrate with respect to Z. Therefore integral dou P is equal to integral rho g into dz, right? Therefore P is equal to rho g are the constants, integral dz. Therefore P is equal to rho g into z. Therefore this is the pressure intensity. P is equal to rho g into z. Z is the depth of the fluid from the free surface, depth of the element from the free surface, right? From this equation Z is equal to pressure intensity divided by rho g. Here Z is the pressure head. Pressure head is equal to pressure intensity divided by rho into g. Rho is the density of the fluid. G is the acceleration due to gravity. This is about hydrostatic law, right? Thank you one and all for listening my class.